Running a business can be tough. You have to wear all the hats. You have to design the products and make the products or outsource the products. You have to be the operations manager. You have to be the bookkeeper and the marketer and do all the sales, and the list goes on, right? And it can be kind of lonely. Especially if you're a solopreneur or have a small team, everything lies with you. So if you have a hobby, you can join a group around your hobby, right? You can join a running group or a photography group or a Monopoly group for that matter. So why not join a business group? I'm Raejean Roberts with Social Media Snapshots, and I discovered the magic of business communities when I started my retail photography business. In this video, I will talk to you about why you want to be part of a business group. Next, I'll share the 4 benefits of these kind of business communities. And finally, I'll share the 3 types of business communities and where you can find them. So why would you want to join a business group? I mean, isn't part of the romance of being an entrepreneur is forging your way on the lone in that path all alone? Author Mike Michalowicz says that the #1 mistake entrepreneurs make is trying to go it alone. We get stuck in our own head and it just stops us in our tracks. We can just spin our wheels and not get anywhere. So before I get to the benefits of a business group, be sure to click that subscribe button below and join us on the journey of our small business community. So you might be thinking, I'm a busy entrepreneur. I don't have time to just hang out with other business owners. I'm right there with you on the busy business owner thing. Because there are so many hats to wear. There's so many things to do. But there are 4 benefits why you should make this, 4 reasons why you should make this part of your routine. You should make time to be part of a business group. So the first one is a sense of community. Just like I said before, where all these hobbies have the groups that revolve around them, is because there is strength in joining with people who are excited about the same types of things as you are. And especially being a business owner, a lot of regular people don't understand our passion, not even our own families, right? And there's something about being around people who are going through similar challenges and understand how excited we get about things like conversion rates or sales goals or all those things that a lot of not business owners don't understand, they don't think about. And they just think we're kind of weird. So it's nice to, just for that community, to have people we can talk to that can speak our language and get excited and support us and be encouraging to us. So the second benefit of being in a business group is brainstorming. Sometimes we just can't see the forest for the trees, but once we start talking to other people about their ideas and our ideas, we just brainstorm just more ideas, right? They just get better and better. It kind of reminds me of when my twins were little and one would be doing something, the other one's like, hey, what are you doing over there? Ooh, I like that idea. Let me incorporate that, and then we can add this other thing, and it gets even better. Okay, they use it to get into more and more trouble. But business owners, when we are seeing what other people are doing and we're talking to other people, it gets those creative juices flowing, and we just end up with 10 times more ideas. And then you can see what somebody else is doing, and it sparks an idea. We're not copying them, but it just sparks an idea, and that we can fit to our own business. So it's just a great way, it's a great primer to get those creative juices flowing. And then also when other people look at your business, they often see things that you don't, because you don't see your own genius, right? You don't think about someone say, oh, well, you could do this. And you're like, well, that's nothing big deal, because I do it all the time. It doesn't seem that special to us because we're so in our own head. But other people can look at an idea or look at what we're doing and go, right here is where the magic is. And you're like, oh, I didn't even see that. Forest for the trees, right? The third benefit of being part of a business group is feedback. So it's kind of similar to that brainstorming ideas, but also it's just great to get feedback. It's great to get someone else's opinion on your great idea. We get stuck in our own head, and sometimes our great ideas aren't that great. Or in my case, sometimes I have this great idea and I kind of skip steps, 3, 7, and 8 because it just seems so obvious that that's what you do. But by sharing the process or going through, just talking it through, other people can bring up, oh, but what about this? And I'm like, oh, well, obviously that's a thing. So I can make sure, it's kind of like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? It just seems so basic that this is how you make it, but people make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all different ways. So it's important to make sure that you have all the steps, and through getting that feedback from your business group is a great way to make sure you don't skip any of the steps, or to just make sure to kind of test your idea and make sure that it is something that is feasible or interesting or actually a good idea, right? um, and other times too, we kind of get stuck in our perfections. Oh, well, I'm going to do that, but I need to do these 5 things first. But the feedback from your group can be like, no, you don't need to do those 5 things first. Just go. Do this thing and just go. So it can help us get unstuck and keep moving forward. Now, the last benefit of a business group is the accountability portion of it. So, a lot of times we're talking about things we want to do, we share goals, and there's someone to call us out. Hey, you said you were going to do this thing. How's that coming? And not like they're calling you out necessarily in a mean way, and unless that's what you want them to do, but it's more about, just sharing someone, having somebody kind of follow up and say, oh, did you do that thing? How's it coming along? And I know we all kind of need that little nudge sometimes. And sometimes it can help us from like making excuses, right? I was swaying. I was like, oh, I said I was going to do this challenge in December, and I don't know if I really want to. Everybody's going to be busy, and I started making all these excuses on why that wasn't a good idea, or why maybe I should pass that month. And my group said, no, you should just go do it. Just put it out there and do it. And it turned out to be my best challenge to date. So it was definitely a benefit. And my friends in my business group encouraging me and kind of giving me that little nudge pushed me to hit a new record for myself. So it was, just that kind of accountability is amazing in your business groups. So now I want you to comment below which of those 4 aspects is most appealing. Number 1, community. Number 2, brainstorming. Number 3, feedback. Or number 4, accountability. Let me know in the comments. I want to know what part sounds the most appealing to you. So what types of business groups are there? What kind of groups are there, and how do you find them? So first is just a straight up accountability group. These groups are straight up. They're just about tracking your goals and keeping you on track, and that's all they're focusing on is like a daily group. My first business group that I was part of was actually an accountability group. We met Monday through Friday for about half an hour and just recapped if we did what we said we were going to do yesterday and the day before, and set our goals for the upcoming day. And that was the purpose of the group. It was simple and sweet. And I mean, really, that depending on how many people you have, that part can only take 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops if you have a small group, which works better. But I've been in others where we meet once or twice a week, and it's just to keep each other, okay, this is what I'm working on this week, and normally it's me, because I don't know why it's me, but normally I keep a list. Here's what you said you were going to do. Did you actually do it? What are you going to do for next week? So those types, just straight up an accountability group. Another kind of group is a study group. So you can have something like a book club where you're studying a specific book, or you can have a study group around a certain course or a challenge or some kind of specific training. Another kind of accountability group I was part of was we took a 30-day challenge together, and we met every day after the training to just talk it out and make sure that we all understood how to apply it to our businesses. It was an amazing transformational group. So studying together can be a really great way to have a business community, a business group. And the last one is a mastermind. So these groups, I think, are the most beneficial. They take a really deep dive into your specific business. They're normally pretty intimate. They do usually take a pretty a decent commitment of time and resources. They often have a fairly hefty monthly fee, a monthly membership fee or something like that. But they are also the ones that are going to give you the most benefit because of that deep dive on your specific business, and that close-knit community. Everybody kind of understands everybody else's businesses and they're looking out for each other. Oh, did you see this? That reminded me of your business. And it's just an amazing way to brainstorm and do all of the things in one spot and just really get that deep dive and help you move through your business. And then how do you find these types of groups? So you might be wondering, well, that sounds amazing, but where would I find a group like that? So you can go to Facebook and search through their groups and just type in your business or your industry. And you can do the same for your hobby if you want a hobby, but for these business groups, your industry is a great place to start. And you can find other people in your industry, and I bet you there's already a group there. If not, it's a great place to start. You can start one, but so Facebook groups are an amazing place because you can have that privacy of just the people in your group, and people are already on the platform, so it's really easy. You can also check out find some business coaches in your industry and see what they offer. Many of them offer different kinds of groups or accountability or masterminds or something like that. So a lot of them have different groups like that. And so you can see if it's a coach that you mesh with and see what kind of offerings they have. Now, obviously, I have my preferences, right? I'm a little biased on some of the best business groups. I mean, number one, our Social Media Masters group. It is for business owners that are building a community around their brand. It's a Facebook group that is free. I'll drop that link down below. And also, I have a business boss book club. It's amazing. It's based on reading a book a month, and it's a great community. And we do treat it a little bit more like a soft mastermind, where there's a couple of workshops a month. So that is another great option. A great community and pretty low commitment, and still a great way to interact and get that support and that community feeling from your business group. And then also I partnered up with a couple of other coaches, and we formed BizFit Formula. So we have our Business BFF group. It's another Facebook group, so it's also free, and it is a lot about accountability and just having that network together right there. And I'll put all the links below. Be sure that you check them out and check the description, and I'll put the link to those Facebook groups, and you can check them out. Love to have you, and can't wait to see you on the inside. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.